Hey guys, I'm Nate. Welcome back to Project Trek. Thank you for following along. We have been doing a lot of vlogging as we've been traveling west through Michigan's UP. It is just, it's stunning out here. It's like a cool, 72 degrees today, just incredible. But I kind of wanted to change it up and take a break from the vlogging and talk about an easy DIY project that I want to share with you guys, because this project blew my mind. I did it during the RV remodel where we had to completely overhaul this thing. And the lighting it turned out incredible, and I want to share that with you guys. I want to share it with you because it was shocking what we were able to do with the lighting. Given that we thought we were limited to certain 12-volt fixtures, but I want to show you guys what we did inside of here. Some of you are gonna your minds are gonna be blown as well. Some of you are gonna wonder how I got my high school diploma. So let's check it out. Let's talk about it. In your RV, you're running off of 12 volt for your lighting. Typically, you're plugged into 50, 30, 20 amp power, but for the most part your lighting is going to be controlled by 12 volt because you have the ability to run off of the battery, most of your lighting stuff. So let's talk about it. This is not the original fixture that came with this RV, nor is that one or that one. I changed all of them out, and I was able to change all of them out without spending $1 million because we just bought residential lighting. So if you go ahead and search Amazon for 12 volt RV lighting, you do get some options, but basically you're left with a lot of very utilitarian looking lights. You do have some nice looking or decorative fixtures, but basically for that same price you can go get many more options at Lowe's or Home Depot or even Amazon of just straight residential fixtures. Now, residential lighting is built off of a 110 or 120 design, okay? So your house runs off of AC current, and everything in the US with AC current uses 120 volt. We bought this fixture off of Amazon, which is just a residential fixture that you could pick it out of Lowe's, you could get it from the thrift store, whatever. Now, the difference being that most residential lighting fixtures will have 3 wires. On DC or 12 volt lighting, you're going to have a hot and a neutral with no ground because it's low voltage. You could touch it and you might get a little pop if your fingers are wet or something, but you're not gonna die, as with 120 volt, which is extremely dangerous. That is not to say that you shouldn't shut off the breaker for these circuits while you're doing the work, because if the wires come into contact with each other, you can still short out the system or blow a fuse or whatever. So let's talk about how we actually did this. Now, when I took this fixture out of the packaging, it had 3 wires on it, just like I explained. The one that I removed only had 2 wires. So it actually ends up being a very simple thing where you just remove the ground, the green wire, off of the residential kit that you bought, and then you reinstall it back. But I'm going to take it down. We're going to take a look at this. So first things first, if you don't know where your circuit breaker is for your RV, it's typically by your front door. So ours just happens to be right here by the front door. Here is the breaker panel. Open it up, and what do we have? We have our breakers for our shoreline power or generator power, and then we have our DC automotive style fuses for our 12 volt system. 12 volt system like the lighting in our RV. Using the removal tool that came with your automotive style fuses, or needle nose pliers, or just your fingers, go to the breaker, which is labeled right here. Ours is labeled living room. Just be prepared that they are going to be incorrectly labeled. You may have to do some hunting
for which is the right fuse. We're going to pull. Oh, see, there we go. So the fuse is out, the circuit is broken, and the lights are now off. So we'll set that right there while we get to work. Now that the power's off and everything's safe, we're going to go ahead and take the fixture down. So when I said there would be two wires coming out of the ceiling, or wherever your fixture's coming out, wall, ceiling, whatever, don't get confused. I mean, there's a bunch of wires coming out, but they only lead to two lines. So we have the wire nuts here and two lines going down to our fixture. So don't get confused by these. These are just because they are running lights in a series. So these run back to other lights. So here's the fixture as it comes straight out of the box. You've got your black, which is your hot, your white, which is neutral, and this copper, or sometimes it's green, which is ground. For this application, the 12 volt application in your RV, you will only need the white and the black. This ground you will not be needing. What I've been doing is I kind of stick it right inside the fixture and leave it alone. That's it. So if we look back up at the ceiling here, this is where the old fixture was that I took out. Now, I didn't just take out the fixture and throw it away. I harvested this toggle switch from the old fixture. And this is very important because sometimes in your RV you will not have a wall switch just for this light. So you got to make sure that you have the switch, or else when you install it, it's just always going to be on. So that toggle switch just had this plastic threaded nut on it. So once you take that off, the switch should be able to just pull right out of the fixture. Now, in order to install that toggle switch, I just drilled out a hole in the new fixture. It doesn't have to be really pretty, because this one, man, I really screwed that one up. But it's all going to be covered by the plastic housing on the toggle switch itself, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, so now it's time to install the new fixture. Whoa, I'm really close. Alright, so from here it's pretty simple. Black to black, white to white. And then install the toggle switch. So we're going to be putting these wire nuts on top of these connections. So your black to black wire gets capped, and then your white to white wire. You just twist them together a little bit in the same direction that you're screwing on these wire nuts. Then you take this toggle switch that you took off of the old lighting from the RV, or if you don't have it, you might have to run to Radio Shack. Alright, wow, I'm showing my age. Radio Shack. I guess you go to Home Depot or Lowe's now. So let's take this this plastic nut and put it on the outside. Sorry, I know it's hard to see. So here is the toggle switch installed. See how you can't see any of that wallered out hole? At this point, now that we've connected our hot and neutral lines together, it is now time to just put the fixture onto the ceiling. This bracket was already here from the old lighting fixture, and it works just fine. So we're just putting this in over the threaded posts, and we're taking the included decorative cap nuts that came with the fixture and threading them on. Now, I talked earlier about how we were using a residential lighting fixture in a 12 volt application like an RV. Now here's where the magic comes in. This is just a 12 volt LED. It's the only thing that's special about it is that it's 12 volt, low voltage. If you put a 120 volt light bulb into this, it will not work. If you put this 12 volt into a 120 fixture, it will blow. Like, it'll go bad. LEDs are just the way to go with RVs because it produces way less wasted energy in the form of heat, and plus they last forever. So we'll go ahead and test this out by screwing that in. I'm going to go plug in the fuse, and then we will turn it on and see if it works. Hey, look at that. So now that we know that the outlet works, or the fixture works, we're going to put the lampshade back on. And voila! So, as you can see, it's actually a really simple project. If I weren't filming this, I could probably have it done in like 7 to 10 minutes. And it just changes so much in your RV. Because the RV, these RV manufacturers just have not caught up that it's not the mid-90s anymore. So what was up here was this ugly chrome and gold dome light. We took that down, put this in. What a difference. It's one of those small changes you can make to really just change the feel of your RV. And we did it everywhere. Thanks for following along, guys. This was a super simple project. I hope it inspired you to make some changes in your RV. If it did, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. If I did something wrong, or I mislabeled something, or I'm putting someone's life in danger, leave a comment below and let me know. Go ahead and keep following us as we travel across Michigan's Upper Peninsula. It is beautiful out here, and I think you should follow along.